Hello all, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. So let us get started with today's video. So in the previous episode, we had seen that Nifty formed a bullish structure from 17,672 levels, and we were expecting a pause in the rally, and this pause candle is good, for the overall trend. But only thing is, we will need a follow-up candle like tomorrow or in the next 2 days. And if that follow-up candle can take out this 17,870 level, which is also the previous week high, then the bulls are in total control. Now, what the risk for Nifty is, like considering today's price action, which was more or less quite bearish. As you can see, we opened gap up, then went above, then came down, then again went above and came down. A classical M pattern that is getting formed, though, like along with the channel. Now, what are important things tomorrow? This zone, or 17 750 zone, becomes quite important, because anywhere else the risk to reward for shorters is not so great. So overall, let's say if we open gap up tomorrow and we form a bullish candle here, then break off that first 15 minutes or 5 minutes may lead to a good rally, or we can open gap up, trap the late buyers and come down. And once crossing this 17750 level, we can see, selling can be preferred, like overall that looks like a better option. But let's say if we open flat and try to go above 800, and if there is a breakout failure there, even that becomes a very good zone for the sellers to take control. And the best possible way, like let's say if you are looking for longs or where bulls can or buyers can take control, is mainly this zone, that is 17700 zone. And this is where bulls should take control. Breaking off this, even though 17680 is a like still a bullish zone where buyers can come in, I think these two zones become very important for the buyers to take control. If buyers are not defending this level, then definitely Nifty is back into control with, bears or the sellers, and we can see 17,600 level soon. So it all depends on how the market opens tomorrow, and that's the trade plan. And today was a typical Nifty expiry price action, a seller's market, and where both the side the premiums got eaten. So that's on Nifty. Now coming to Bank Nifty, well, in the previous video, again, we expected a pause candle or a pause in the momentum. So, pause on the overall daily candle looks good, but only thing is on intraday time frame, when we see today's price action, again, it's forming a classical M pattern, and M pattern, when they break, can give very good risk to reward for the sellers. So that's the case for Bank Nifty as well. A break of today's low can, you know like lead the price to 42,500. Anywhere between the price, I think, like it between these two zones, that is 42,500 and 42,450. And overall in this zone, yes, buyers can come in. But anywhere in between, I think we'll see choppy markets. And above today's day high, I think that is where longs can be taken, or we will see the price action there. And mostly the best thing is, let's say if you open gap down and we come to this zone, that is 467 to 400 zone. So I am expecting this zone to hold where the breakout happened, 2 days back, and also this zone where the swing low has been formed for the trend day. So these two zones are very important for buyers to defend. Whereas for sellers, breaking of today's low or even this swing will give a very good risk reward of 42,500. And then later on, based on the what the price action is forming, we can take informed decisions. So no longs unless we cross 42,800, or if we open big gap up, we'll wait for the first 15 minutes or 5 minutes and then take a decision. Opening flat or anywhere here can lead to a lot of volatility, or sellers can drive it till here, and once the target is reached, we can see V-shape like recovery and then a sell off. So that's the plan, or that's how bank nifty is looking currently. And one more important thing is the HDFC Bank, which is one of the main important components for bank nifty. This is a very like odd kind of a price action, which is not good for the bulls, considering that HDFC Bank has a very important like percentage or in the constituent of bank nifty. So this candle here looks quite bearish, so I'm expecting more or less the bias is like bearish for bank nifty and also slightly nifty, since HDFC Bank has weightage in both the index. So it all comes down to how HDFC Bank is used to manage the index tomorrow, and we have weekly expiry in 2 days. So tomorrow's action will be quite interesting. So those are all the important points that I felt is important for you guys to know and plan your trade. So trade well and trade responsibly. Let's catch up tomorrow.